Hello and welcome to my channel. In previous video, we have created Angular project using engine new command. In this video, we will understand the various files and folders that Angular has created for us. So let's start with the first folder, that is E2E. This folder contains files for end-to-end testing. Next one is node modules. This folder contains all the packages and libraries on which our application depends on. All of these dependencies are defined in package.json file. You will find two types of nodes in package.json. One is dependencies, another dev dependencies. The difference between these two is dev dependencies are dependencies required only during development, while dependencies are modules required at runtime. Whenever you download Angular project from any repository like GitHub, this node module folder is not available in those downloads. You will only get package.json file and you can install all these dependencies using npm install command. Next folder is src. We will come back to this folder later. Next file we will look at is angular.json. This is the Angular CLI configuration file. It provides project specific configuration defaults for build and development tools provided by Angular CLI. For example, let's look at the build configurations where we will define where will be the output file generated when we will run ng build command, what is our index page, and so on. So next file is karma.conf.js. This is related to testing. So now let's go back to the src folder. This folder contains all our application code. Most of the time we will work on this folder only. So let's understand the flow of execution of files which Angular calls to render the content in our application. Main.ts. Main.ts is the main entry file of our application which tells execution engines where our application module exists. And app.module is responsible for bootstrapping our application. And here is where we define our root component. Angular is component driven and an Angular application is made up of multiple small components with specific functionality. And by assembling these small components, we can create a very powerful application. A component might have a HTML file as a view, a CSS file to define style specific to that component, and a TypeScript file which may contain properties and functions which can be used in HTML template of that component. We can have multiple components in our application, but there should be one component that should work as a root component and all other components are rendered as a child component under the root component. So by default, app component is created as a root component that is displayed in index.html. Index.html is the only page in our application and various components are dynamically rendered on this page. So this is the overall flow of our application. So let's look at the code of each file and try to make some changes in our default page. Main.ts is the entry point of our application. .ts is an extension of a TypeScript file. TypeScript is an open source programming language developed and maintained by Microsoft. It is a superset of JavaScript. In simple words, TypeScript is a JavaScript plus some additional features. We will explore these features when we move on to develop our application. So here in our main.ts file, we are executing bootstrap module and passing app module as a parameter. Where this app module comes from? So here is the import statement. Let's go to this location. The first thing here is declarations. Anytime we declare a component, we will declare it here in declarations. Next is import list, which tells our application that we have imported some modules. Provider is where we define injectable services. We will understand this later. And finally, we need to tell our application what it needs to bootstrap with. which one is our main component of our application. In this case, it is app component. So any component which we will create in our application will be the child component of main component, and that is the only component we need to pass to this bootstrap array. So let's go to the app.component.ts file. As mentioned earlier, a component made up of HTML, CSS and a TypeScript. So here in our TypeScript, we are telling what is the URL of our HTML file and style file for this component. So now go to the app.component.html, and our default page is coming from this HTML page. So let's delete all the content and type our own content. And now see, we are getting the content that we are just typed in our component. And if you go to the .ts file, here we are defining the name of the selector of our component. So this is the tag which we are using in our index.html. Hope now you have basic understanding of how the information flows in our Angular application. There are few files remaining. Let's look at quickly those as well. Asset folder. Asset folder contains all images and other assets of the applications. The style.css file. This file contains the all global CSS which you want to use globally, not specific to any component. Test.ts. This file is related to testing. And next is favicon. This is the icon that is displayed in the browser. And finally, the environment folder. There are two files, one related to production environment and second is related to development environment. So hope now you will have the good understanding of folder structure and various files used in an Angular application. In next video we will understand component in detail. So till then, stay tuned. See you in next video.